Good evening. Relatives of three friends who were knocked down and killed by a car during the Birmingham riots have spoken for the first time since 8 men were found not guilty of their murder.
The families say they're shocked and disappointed with the verdict, and they say they've lost faith in the criminal justice system. Andy Bevan reports.
9 relatives from 2 families still grieving the loss of 3 of their own gathered this morning in Summerfield Community Centre in Winston Green, half a mile from where the men died. 20-year-old Haroon Jahan, Shahzad Ali, who was 30, and his 31-year-old brother Abdul Musavir were killed when a car ran into them as they stood outside a petrol station protecting property during the Birmingham riots last August. Last week, 8 men were all cleared of the murder of the 3 friends, and there were jubilant scenes outside Birmingham Crown Court as they were released. This morning, mothers, fathers, brothers and sisters of the dead men and Shahzad Ali's 1-year-old son sat in silence as Tariq Jahan, the father of Haroon Jahan, told how they'd watched the defendants walk free.
Whilst the accused celebrated and showered themselves in champagne, we bathed in tears of pain and sorrow. Our grieving continues. We are no longer able to trust the criminal justice system to provide the answers that we so desperately needed.
It's not yet clear what legal avenues are open to the families, but after the news conference, Tariq Jahan explained what he meant by them not trusting the criminal justice system any longer.
The legal system hasn't worked or hasn't done its job, and we haven't got justice. And we're looking to fight that and try and get some sort of justice by whatever means necessary, and that means legally. I'm not talking about any stupidity or any violence.
I suppose, like Mr. Jahan said, we had to come to terms to accepting the verdict at that point and do what we can do to fight for justice because we're not happy with the outcome.
At the conclusion of the trial, the Independent Police Complaints Commission launched an inquiry into the senior investigating officer in the case, whom the judge said had lied on oath during the trial. Any legal action the families may want to take in future may be dependent on the outcome of that investigation. Andy Bevan in Winston Green for Central Tonight.
Well, this afternoon, Sharon Rowe, the Assistant Chief Constable of West Midlands Police, issued a statement, and it said, "We do not underestimate the impact the deaths of Haroon Jahan, Shahzad Ali and Abdul Musavir had on their families, friends and the wider community of Birmingham." She added the Chief Constable and Chief Crown Prosecutor were meeting family members to discuss the trial, their concerns, community relations and a way forward.